Welcome. Can you see me? I'd like to say hi, 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 hi. Okay, hi. How high can I get? How high can I go? How much can I learn and what can I know? What can I say to tell you? What should I tell you? I shouldn't tell you anything. Anyways, in this video, you know I like to joke around. There's a lot of things we can do. Show you something that in this world, and you heard me mention the number 20. Number 20 stands for 107, G and J. Jack God, JG. John what? 30 is 100 to the 1010 world. 40 is 105. Now what's special about 105? It's like Levi's, because 105, 501 is 606. Another thing about 105 is that if you add up 1 to 14, it equals 105. Now when you play cards and you play the game of poker, when you add up the first ace and you end up on the last ace, each ace is a different side. One is the 1, the other is the 14. Since 1 is the 1 and it's a simple count in the can I say diametrics? No. Anyways, in a single digit, 1 is 1. But 14 is 1 plus 4 is 5. So when you're saying A to E and 1 to 5, from one corner of Monopoly to the track to the next corner, that's 105. 4 times 105 is 420, and they don't want us to smoke any weed at 420, but that's the addition. The secondary addition is 91, which stops at the king and equals to 364 or 28 by 13, and that's the way they count the moons. What I'm going to bring out here right now is something very easy. This is the star key. When you implement the numbers into the star key, we end up with BEH or HEB, like a Hebrew. We end up with A, E, and I, which is 1, 5, and 9. We end up with C, E, and G, or we can say let's just put them in the cage. Why? Because A on a dice cube enters into the center position. Bringing your C, A, G, and back to E together, we're in the cage. The definition or the federal cage is high up in the cabinet, because we also spell cabinet the same way. C-A-B. .net, cabinet. .com, .net. The 0 in the .com goes right over here where the E is. A and E, 1 and 5. 1 and 5 put it together, make a mistake, and that would be the 15th letter, would be the O. So that's how your vowels connect to the rest of your vowels. The 12 of 21 of the year that has passed, 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 21, 2 and 1 is 3. Both of them relate to Christ. Somehow, the image of Christ is in there because I've designed it over and over and over. And the image of Christ is dead center of Rubik's Cube. So we have these letters. When we go A to I, it's 10. C to G, it's 10. And on this position, we have age. A, D, G, and E, because the D sound is D-E. We have age. If we're adding D, E, and F, 4 and 5 D-E sound, we have 9. If we have the F sound, which is E and F in the perfect position on your star key, we have 5 and 6, 9, 11. 9, 11 is also 9 and 2. 1 and 1 is 2. 9 and 2. Ken Dryden, number 29. And all the goose eggs. He came in and shut out every single team he seemed to face. Although we were the best, you can't deny that he was one of the greatest. So then again, if we continue with this, A, E, and I equals 15. C, E, and G equals 15. D, E, and F equals 15. B, E, and H equals 15. 4 15s equals 60, a representation of the number 4, and 60 seconds around on the clock, and each one to a 45-degree angle, in which, adding up all these letters, 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 5, 6, 15, GHI equals 24, is a total of 45. 45, which is Rubik's Cube. If 4 by 5 is 20, 4 plus 5 is 9, you have 29, the same 29 that I had mentioned just over here 2 minutes ago. Where is that 29? It was 911, that's right. You're 29 and you're 911 because 1 and 1 is 2. And when you look at it in Roman numerals, 2 1s can look like 2 I's, 2 1s can look like 2 L's, and 2 1s can, well, just as male as they can't be 1, can they? Because they don't look like the ace. So what else are we going to go on to next? I noticed this. I was busy looking at somebody's article, and they had a heart on this angle. Now, I'm not sure if I want to put it on this angle, if I want to turn my dice cube this way. Right now, I'm just working more on a lot of roundabout numbers. There's also the support system. Here's your W. Here's the air that gets in the center, and here it runs one motor. You see this, the shape of it? Upside down, it's a Superman diamond sign, and it holds up. Just block this and just use one sign, and that would be one motor, whether it's 4 or 6 cylinder, I don't know. Everything in this world goes into part of how it was created. Now, it's either part of what's inside the world and it's a continuous design, or it started before it ever happened. You see, if we start on -5 and +5, we have a total of 10. That means if I'm telling you that 123 times 47 equals 5781, seems easy for me to do it. I already did it 100 times. Eventually, you're not going to forget. So 123 times 47 equals 5781, or 2021. 2021 equals 41. That'd be around the Monopoly board and back to the medication that brought us here. Mediterranean, if you want to say it that way. If you want to say it in the Hebrew way, it's 5781. 57 is 3 by 19. 81 is 9 by 9. 3 by 19, 3 and 19 is 22. 9 and 9 is 18. We have 40. We have the game that began Monopoly. 40 around. We go 41 because you cannot get the first position with 2 dice. There's a lot of stuff. And not only that, but 2015 is take the ladder and go either up, or take the ladder and go down, and you're down at another level. 2. The center core of that level is 5. The ace hole, the center of the ace that turns the 6 knoblets of Rubik's Cube, is 5. 2015, which is 5775, beginning in 2014, which is not far away. The Lost Moon, Nibiru, Mercury, what the Mayans have said. We already spoke about this. See the knife from the cards, the playing cards, the 2 knives? This would be the train tracks. These would be the knights. Now the question is the game go like this? Because when you look at Monopoly, you'll see the Monopoly sign going on an angle. So I'm not really sure what I want to do. But anyways, at this time you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is the center. You have 3 down here and 3 up here. And depending on how you want to place your wagers in roulette is how it's going to explain to you what we're allowed to do and what we could and can't do. Like you can bet 12 numbers in roulette. You can bet 6 numbers in roulette. You can bet 4, 2, 1, 5. You can bet 18. You can choose 2 colors. But when you choose color, you only get to choose 36 colors out of 37. 1 you cannot choose. Find out the reason for what it is, and you'll understand a little bit more. The other thing is the 2 French roulettes. That's what we did. So we're going to finish off this, what I spoke of. Take away the 5, and just let's count B, D, F, and H. Okay? 2, 6, 4, and 8 equals 20. Now, A, C, G, and I also equal 20. But in the the roulette game, okay, if I'm going to try and explain this, I'm trying to figure it out. See, this one is 5. I have to settle it in my seat for a second and think. So we had each one that we went, oh yes, we did each row, 12. This row over here is a total of 15, and this row over here is 18. 12, 15, 18, 27. 15 and 18 is 33. 27, 27, and 33. One is 9, one is 6. 9 and 6. The addition of those, which is E-I-E-I-O. The other thing I wanted to mention, I'm going to have to turn it around, and let's see if I make a mistake. I don't want to make a mistake, because you're watching me. You might be watching me. You're thinking of watching me. You're listening to me. You're almost listening to me. Well, now I got your attention, right? Okay. So I'm just trying to. So if I go straight this way, each one of these becomes 6. But it's not. I have to look at this. Just give me a second to look. There was something I was going to say, and I don't remember what it was. A, B, C, D, E. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. The A position, okay, might be A now, but when you get to 10, it becomes a black 1. When you get to 19, it becomes a red 1. See, all these will turn their colors and they'll transfer teams. All you have to do is look at the roulette wheel. It'll start off 147, 258, 369, and then we'll go down to 12. Excuse me, then we'll go down to 10, which is the start over of 1, and we'll go 10 black, 11 black. It's no more 1 red, 2 black. Now, the 2 part is black, which is K. The 13 is black, MK, the kosher foods, for all religions, doesn't matter what it is, MK, 11 and 13. So, not only that, we did the hog. How high can the hog go? The hog can go high. Now, what is the question with the hog? The hog is part of the pig family. It's part of the animals that the Jewish people and a bunch of other religions are not supposed to eat. Now, I mentioned it in the last video. I'm not quite sure what I want to say on this video with it, so I'm not going to say anything at all. What we will do is we'll complete the counting. 6, 15, 24 equals 45. 4 and 5 is 9. Now we're going to go 12, 15, 18. 12 and 15 is 27. And 18 is 45. So now that we did this, this, and this, 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 and this, now the cross angles. Cross this way is 15. Cross this way is 15. We have 30. So this is what we have done so far. We have went this way, and this way, equaling to 45. We went this way, and this way, equaling to 45. Now we make 1x this way, and 1x going this way equals to 30. 45 and 45 is 90, and 30 totals 120. If you cut that in half, it's 60, and this is how we get the 60 seconds in a clock. 60, 60, because you're running a split time. But if we are running a split time of 60, 60, that means our actual time of 60 seconds should be 45 seconds and 45 seconds. We should actually be running somewhere near closer to a minute and a half in 1 minute, other than just the 60 seconds. That's what the numbers show on here. Now, I know I didn't show it to you exact, because I wasn't prepared to do this video, 13 minutes. I'm not even sure. I'm not sure where. Oh, you know what? Let me take out this to show you for a second. Let me just take this off the wall. You still there? Okay. You can make things larger and smaller. You see the Magen David over here? You see the box that's inside? It has to go, in order to fit that box, I must make it larger. That's a cross. The next part is, I woke up in the middle of the night once, and I worked about 5 hours on this. And if you notice, this looks like a passageway all the way to the heart opening. Here's one part of the heart. Here's part of the body. This would show the neck, right? This would show the shoulders, but the hips are missing. Part of the pillar. This would be your heart. This would be your A, B. This would be your A, These would be the hatchets that you have in the deck of cards. You put the two hatchets together and you end up with this. Alice in Wonderland. The other part of God, see the little line I put in it? Because that O is like a queen. You take two things. You take a circle and you take the one. You put them together, you shove the one inside the circle, and you get a queen, a sperm and the egg. The next one, which took me a hell of a long time to do, which was one over here, is this design. If you notice, this is the swastika at the same time. It's a stop sign. And this stop sign can be elongated by putting number 11. Wherever you put number 11, you've stretched out the design. When you bring it back together, it'll show you something different. But right now, this is the design that I put together. You notice there's only 4 of them, and then the 88s, which are in between, and cushioning. You see the cushion? See the cross? I don't know how this whole thing works. I don't remember. I just started taking it out now. And this is the numerological numbers. It's taken off the roulette. If you can see, it looks like a pig inside. But this is the numerological numbers. It sort of turns around like this. And these numbers come out of this design comes out of the Kabbalah. I just made it a little bit different. Let me just throw a few more at you, because I have to put them out. I'm not allowed to forget. Fish bones. You ever hear of fish bones? Sans arrêt. That means no stopping. At the same time, it says no bones. 322, no bones. 3 times 22 is 66. 22 by 3 is 66. 2 by 3 is 6. So you got all your sixes right there. No bones is right here. You see that Pontiac sign, this design? Then you go up to the head of the fish, the gills, and here's the head. Number 90 equals 87, and that's our frequency of communication. 80 says 74, and that's the world of Christ we are in, and the same number as Christ is 74. Well, Christ is 77, Jesus is 74. 70 is 110. And we're not going to get into that, because then you're going to ask me to explain it. What am I doing with this? I am going to be finding the answer for pi. How can I explain it? Let me take another look at it. Well, what I do is I take all the numbers of pi, and then I multiply every number and bring it down to one digit. And that's how I'm going to find the sequence of pi. Because we turn around, not squarely, we turn around triangularly. And how many 3 triangles does it take to recreate a 4-point square? Design a triangle and a square and tell me at what time and how many turns does it take before we go once around. Perfectly around. So we did that. We did this. I'm going to go through this book over here. See the numbers? Not going to explain the whole thing. This is the roulette board. This bottom over here, what's it called? On one side, it's the U world. On the other side, it's the world we're in. The frequency must go around and come around. You see the number 4319? That's exactly the time we are in. 319s is the 57. 34 is the presidency we have, Earth, Mars, and a whole bunch of other stuff. There's so many things. Even the change in your pocket. It used to be 41 cents, but now it's 40 cents. Funny how the U.S. took out the penny and Canada followed. Looking for twos or clouds? What are we looking for? Just throwing some stuff at you, unfinished stuff. Because that design actually says 622.6, because it's a 6 and it's also a 2. If you take a look, 622.6. 6 by 226 is 1200, 120, and 36. 6, 3, 4, 56, 1356. Well, that's also pretty good. I just know. The U part of the ace and 7 up in the corner on this side over here. You see the corner that's almost going out of the picture right there? Aces and 7s. You take a look. I drew a C, right? But if you do the outline, it turns into something else. The C will turn into a 3. It also turns into the 5. The 7 is completely different, and the 6 is different. How do we get an equal sign? An equal sign will come out of possibly the interior of the outline of the E number. The tablets of Moses. I always like this picture. Here's the tablets of Moses split apart. What is it? Is it an M? Is it a U? If you did the outline, it's a W, the tablets of Moses. And W stands for beta creation, or secondary creation. Okay, so we did this, and we did that, and yes, along with this picture over here, this is go to jail, free parking. This is go to jail, this is visiting jail, this is go to jail, this is your court, this is your train tracks. The question is, did the trains come down like this? And these are your corners. What do you do with them? What else is there to do? Well, sometimes I have the whole answer and sometimes I have no answer. When you crisscross a pattern designed as so, you end up with X's at all the train tracks. What is that, railroad crossing? Is that what it actually means? If you actually follow it, at the end you end up with this, the V. V with the line on this side makes 4. V with the line on that says 5. 4, 5, and 6, 6. 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, and there's always something to say with these numbers. It also stands for the Federation. This I did not finish. Okay, this is the roulette wheel. I'm going to show you this in my next design, in my next picture, and these are the numbers that go along with it. And we'll talk about that one later. Every position. If you want to go, let's go the secondary count. In the secondary count in black, we have 10. In the secondary count, we have 11. 10, 11 is 21. 12 doesn't count. 13 makes 34, which stands for ONE. 34. 5, 6. 34 and 15 is 49, which is eternal. 49 and 17, which would be 59, which would be 66. So when you add them up on that tour, you have 6 of 6. The eternal islands of 6 and 6, connecting 6. Connecting 6. Okay, so we have this, we have this. We did the hog. And then this, which is colors, numbers from the pool, and the horses. Every color and every number should recreate another number. And if you look at Reboot, there's usually red and yellow on one side, and then red and blue on the other side. Red and blue will make the purple. And very often, if you're using very limited colors, you get the purple right after, and it'll show up somewhere online. You're going to see more blue and red purple and more red, yellow, and green than anything else, because that's what they create. Those are the primary colors. Don't tell me that I made a mistake. Ask me how come. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I've been doing a lot of videos. I like this one. I like to say that we're in a boat. This is the boat. There's the bottle. They put everything inside of here, and now they're pulling us along somewhere around the sun. And here's your cross of Christ inside of here. But I've made every single side the same because I'd have to understand it, so I got to make it all equal to begin with, and then minus off to make the creation, because I'm guessing that in one world there's a continuous rotation, and in the other world it's cut off, the rotation, because it's continued by you and me. By us, okay, this is my life, let's go ahead. And that'll be the second part of the U. And that's why Mars and Earth don't have the letter U in it. And then again, the letter U is the 21st letter of 2012. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. And thank you for watching. I just want to point it out to that one little design there. I was always intrigued with Asia, always in my whole life. I love the place, and I believe they have one part um, of the answer to give us on how this whole thing happened. Thank you for watching.